Good morning, everyone. Welcome to River City Plus, the show after the show, the River City After Party. And have we got one for you today?
So yes, the Olympics ended a couple weeks ago. I think the Paralympics just recently ended, if or on the verge of, and so we just couldn't let it go. We ran up on this random article. So Olympic athletes, they strive for years, put their life, blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of money for the opportunity to compete against the rest of the world to see who's the best for a gold, silver, or bronze medal. Now, some people are just happy to be there and compete. We've seen that and like, hey, I get a participation trophy. But, everybody's there for the medals. But we found out that there are more than 40 nations that rewarded their victorious athletes with bonuses on varying levels, with 25 offering over 100,000 to athletes who returned from Paris with gold medals or any type of medal. And we just wanted to break down the list because it was really interesting.
So I think the first thing that people should know is obviously, like you said, there's a lot of time, talent, effort, and dollars put into training. Like if you go to the Olympic Training Center in the U.S., you're footing that bill. Like some people, I think.
Oh, they don't give you don't just get to, it's not a scholarship?
No, no, we got to see during the Olympics this year, Flava Flav actually stepped in, sponsored the women's water polo team because people were explaining to them they have to pay to be able to train. It's not like you become an Olympian and they pay you to just be on the team. You just get to be there.
I missed that note.
Yeah.
And second note, how does Flavor Flav have that kind of money?
You know what? I support it. I double tap everything he does now because I'm he's saving water polo, he's saving Red Lobster.
The bronze clock to the gymnast.
Yeah, who got her medal snatched.
But let's run some of these
So money's a factor. So you should be getting money, but not all countries do.
Before we get deep, so the U.S. rewards its champions with a prize of $37,500. So you win a gold medal, and I think that's just for gold. It probably tears down as it goes. But Great Britain, Sweden, and Norway give nothing to theirs. So we're just putting that in perspective. Now, let's go.
Okay, so the first one we're coming up on is fencing. And I mean, this is known as a pretty highfalutin sport, I would say. So we're okay, a lucrative sport. But the gold medal fencer from Hong Kong returned home with, this is wild.
What?
So 6 million Hong Kong dollars, which equates to $770,000.
For fencing. Gold medal.
For one medal. My question is, if you're a gymnast and you're winning in multiple things or something, do you get that multiplied?
We need to do some research on that. I like that. So that's something. $770,000 for fencing. All right, that is something to put in perspective. But they've got two bronze medalists who are also awarded Hong Kong $1.5 million, which is just over $190,000, which I'm going to say not a bad bag to
not
get
a bad
hold
payout,
of.
especially when you have countries, like you said, Great Britain, it's just you were lucky to wear the T-shirt.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeesh.
And if all the medal winners from Hong Kong, they get free railway tickets for life. So there you go. That's something to consider.
Yes, we're definitely going to get into some of the interesting perks in some of these in a minute. So next up was Saudi Arabia. So even though they were yet to win a gold medal, whoever does, they will get 5 million rials, which is approximately $1.3 million.
Well,
we're moving.
Well, I'm just saying, Hong Kong is given $770,000. I mean, they don't have more money in Saudi Arabia. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's just me being Dougie Downer, but I'm just putting that in perspective.
I mean, but 1.3 million?
I know. I know.
That's something.
And you're the first. You're going to go down in history.
Right. So obviously your endorsements are going to be out the wazoo afterwards.
Student athlete Tariq Hamedi became a millionaire overnight when he won a karate silver medal for Saudi Arabia in the 2020 games. And Crown Prince Salman decided he had earned the reward promised to gold medalists. So, hey, just show up and you medal. They will give you some love. So, the most generous continents for its athletes, 6 of the top 10 payouts from this year's Olympics. Georgia is the only European country to make it in the top 10. Serbia is giving out $223,000. Italy, $200,000 for gold medalists just missing out. Okay, that
So, I mean-
stretches in Italy. What? It's a
Yeah,
lot of pasta.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so next up, we have the Filipino gymnast. So we were talking about multiple medals. Won 2 gold medals, and it was the only 2 medals ever won by a male Filipino athlete. As a result, he was awarded 10 million pesos, which is around $178,300
What?
by the government. So still not bad, but compared to the other countries that are doing it per medal, I'm like, for 2.
Hey.
I like how we're sitting here
I know,
talking
we're
about
judging
we're judging we like a Starbucks employee didn't get
Oh.
paid more than us to show up to work today, but
Wait, we buried the lead. So Filipino President Ferdinand Marcos said, you know what? Let's throw an extra 535,000 American dollars at. He's doing okay. You think when they get that money, they got to leave though, right? You got to move
yeah, you got to go.
or get some security.
And you definitely got to get a new phone,
Yeah.
right? Because you
Yeah.
just got family coming out of the woodwork. I feel like it wouldn't be like total like lottery time, but it would be you just disappear. Like
Wait.
Rance and I always say, like if we win the lottery, we're not telling anybody, but there will be signs.
Oh yeah. You guys can come to the party, but you won't see me
We'll
afterwards.
be doing OT. We'll be doing this from a non-disclosed location.
But wait, look at the rest of his list. So the government, they gave him a bunch of cash, but he got some other prizes as well. Did you see?
I think so. This is my favorite part. Okay, so like we said, not all gifts are created equal. And what do we say for the show? We're like the gift that keeps on giving. So, in addition to receiving the financial gifts, he will also receive a set of headlights for his car, free ramen, and colonoscopies for life. This also includes university credits and a condo, according to multiple reports.
Hey, you get that education and a place
And a
to
clean
live.
colon? Oh,
Hey,
you were going
and a
somewhere
clean
else.
colon. I was just going for a clean condo, but hey. And they don't have to go into the national or actually, South Korean gold medalists. They're rewarded around $50,000, and they get an exemption from the country's mandatory national service. So
Sounds kind of Hunger Gamey. Like, hey, if you win this one, you don't have to go in the next round. Like,
Iraqi soccer team and weightlifter Ali Amr Yasser, they were given land and money just for qualifying for the game. So that's cool.
land would be cool.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
in this economy, please. Yes. I'm like, okay, great. Yeah, like in the next group, in the Iraqi soccer team, so they were given apartments in addition to that, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Now, when you go down and we're talking about, this was a Romanian billionaire who stepped in for the games. So in addition to the medals they were given, they were awarded cars, depending on where they placed, and then I like that it was a Chevy Tahoe.
Well, that was the Uzbek.
Yeah, okay, for the
Romanian
Uzbekistan.
guys giving away Hyundais. But
I'm like,
hey.
so he's giving it to them? Like, so I like that we made this like private equity also stepped in.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm intrigued. I just think we just thought this was an interesting topic because, you know, when you think about all the work you put into things and the rewards that come from it, and I teared up a little bit when I saw some of the medal finishes. I was like, yeah, I was in my fields, people. It happens. You know, the robot doesn't always thrive here. But to find out that there are some added perks, you know, and hey, U.S., let's get some more money. Step it up.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, even they were talking about, so the medalists from Poland, they got a 2-bedroom apartment, a painting, and a voucher for a holiday. So I was like, you know what? We can at least be like, here's a Carnival cruise or something. I don't know. I feel like we need to amp up our perks a little bit.
Hey.
Also, it is kind of odd to me that, I mean, I guess it's dictated by the country, but I'm like, oh, there's no like standard of measure. Like you just get to decide in your country, like what your people get.
I mean, you know, just always keep moving the goalposts. You
Right.
make it work out. So this was just one of the topics. If you guys have a topic you'd like us to chat about, we're always open to suggestions. So just hit us up on our River City Live Facebook page. If you want to join in on the conversation, sometimes we post stuff. You can add your comments there, and maybe we'll give you a mention on the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, tomorrow we'll be back with more River City Plus at 10:15. Oh, we're going to have a country artist from Miami who's living in Nashville, coming to Jacksonville. So, make sure you tune in to meet Ricky Valito. And tomorrow, 9:30, you'll see him perform live along with me hanging out on River City Live.